Mother India was torn in two, you left your villages of Glotia and Bardewala. You came to Bombay, leaving behind friends, playmates, brothers and sisters. Then separated forever when you boarded the ships and planes to Britain. There's been a Sikh community in Scotland for over 70 years. Still, the people of Scotland do not fully understand who Sikhs are, what they do. People assumed that women from this community weren't educated, couldn't get jobs, didn't want to work. They're not right. I think growing up when we were younger, we were a bit confused. So we had kind of two lives in a way. At home, we were completely Indian. Everything was Indian, the language, the food, everything. And then when we were at school, we became kind of Scottish kids.
She was very mischievous. Because she was the youngest of us, three sisters, she got her own way a lot, but she was very determined, always determined. She would question a lot of things that we wouldn't dare ask her mum and dad, she would ask.
I had to leave school at the age of 13. In those days, the culture of the community was such that people would be afraid that their daughters would get mixed up in any wrongdoings at school. I was at home and just learned the things that would make me a good housewife. It was hard on me. And when I think about it now, it still feels painful. I would look around and think, so why are we living like this? Why do we have to stay at home all the time? I cannot have just been born to cook and clean. It became more and more of a struggle inside my head to think that I don't think I can live like this. Creating Sikh Sanjog, it was about something for the women of our community and for the girls going forward so that we could have something that would help enable women from our community to gain confidence and strength and understand that they have a right in society just as the same as everybody else.
It's almost like a safe haven for women who have had problems or difficulties in the past.
It was given opportunities to learn new skills, whether it was computing, reading, writing, because a lot of the Sikh ladies, they had left school at a very young age, so they didn't have very much education. So this gave them a chance to gain qualifications. I left school without any education and I got married at 18. So I got married, I had 3 children, and it was through Sikh Sanjog I got my first job.
Punjabi Junction is a social enterprise, and we created that to be the trading arm of Sikh Sanjog, the organisation. And the idea was to try and generate an income. Any surplus raised from the social enterprise would feed into Sikh Sanjog's finances, and then that would reduce our reliance on external funders. This was just 4 weeks after my wedding. So that was 1974, and this was 2014. My husband was completely different. The first thing that he said to me was that we are married, there's lots of things that I won't be able to change, but the one thing that we will have is that everything will be 50-50, so we will make any decisions together. And for me, that was the best thing that he could have said. We got each other through lots of hard times, especially when I lost my son in the road accident. We had went round to my mother-in-law's, and there was a park there, and they were playing in the park, and my elder son and my younger son both came out of the park to cross the road. And it was a very, very small road. And they'd crossed it millions of times, but it was just a car came round quite fast. and knocked him over. And then he was in a coma for a week, and then he passed away. He was 6. It changed my thinking of knowing that you can't keep putting things off. And I think that was the catalyst for everything going forward for me in creating Sikh Sanjog. I wasn't going to wait for anybody's permission. People are fighting for equality, and have been for years, and yet we have had equality embedded in our scriptures, in our religious teachings. There's a whole passage. We're born from women, we're engaged to women, we're married to women. It's this woman that gives birth to great men, and without women there would be no man. You made your homes in Britain, but what did you see? What did you do? What did you enjoy? You spent your life in a sea of nappies, cooking and cleaning. You tasted neither the freedom, the enjoyment, or the fruits of this land. Only the men, the brothers, the husbands, the fathers, reaped the fruit.
In Edinburgh, there was only one Gurdwara. The community is very close.
But I think in the management and the running of the Gurdwaras, there should be more equality, which I don't see in Edinburgh just now.
There are a group of women, elders, who does the seva, like the cooking and stuff. They have the say, but the community, the men who run the Gurdwara.
All they see is power and control. They have no vision for the next generations of young people.
Well, last week at the Sikh temple in Edinburgh, there was an election, and it was all the males got elected. No women are running. We're not allowed.
There are 4 Gurdwaras in Glasgow. In Edinburgh, there is only one. But I think now we're at the stage where there could be room for another one. There were times when you sat together, remembering your mothers, your friends, the fields and the spinning wheels, and the cool water of the wells. And you knew that they had all become a distant dream.
ਅੱਖਾਂ ਮੀਟ ਕੇ ਵੇਖੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਆਵੇਗਾ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮਿੰਟ ਹੈ
Without Sikh Sanjog, the ladies wouldn't have ventured out. And now we're venturing everywhere, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, 2 years ago, we had a large trip to Italy, where 16 ladies went, and we would never, ever have done that without Sikh Sanjog. Some men were sort of like, oh my God, a women's place is in the house and that's where it should be. It's going to give them too much confidence. It was like, oh, why does a woman, the Sikh woman want to have their own organisation? The men have got this community at the temple and that should be it. They should be one step back behind the men.
Oh yeah, Britain. No. Very funny.
She's had quite a rough life in her own life, but she's made so many other lives much, much better. I think that's her goal.
Sometimes it takes one person just to push through and believe in something, and others will follow and others will stay on board, and Trishna has been that person without a doubt, yeah.
And there's been, times when I felt I was going to give up on the work that I was doing, and then more recently, since I lost my husband. Now when I think of your life, my heart fills with pain. Now you are gone, leaving behind all your sorrows. And in this life there are still unknown paths to tread. With whom do I share my heartache?
Did you break the gnome?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Have you had something to eat?
I definitely want to make a strong choice to make sure that they're treated equally and they both have the same choices growing up. I really do want that, because I know with what my mum tried to do and is still doing to make it different for us, I want to make sure that that happens for my daughter and my son too. I think she's just given me a lot of strength to know that whatever choice I make or decision I make, I don't have to allow someone else to tell me that it's right or wrong. It's my decision.
That's dangerous. Okay. We'll go inside. And you go. When I think back to when I was younger and when I first started going out for coffee or lunch with my friend Sheila, it wasn't something that was common amongst Asian women that had been born and brought up here. These were the things that were common to Western people, and it wasn't our culture. For myself, there was always this perception of what will people think, and if somebody from the community might see me and think, what's she doing, you know, in town, having lunch or coffee. So I would always meet Sheila, and I would say to her, well, I'll come, but as long as you get a table at the back, away from, you know, anybody seeing us. Now I have this thing about being in a window, and Sheila always laughs because she thinks it's really funny that, you know, 20 years ago I was like, make sure it's at the back, and now I'm saying to her, no, make sure it's at the front. Your mother gave you blessings. Be happy in your new life, and let the gentle breezes bring messages of your well-being.